this up. Let's watch it together, guys. Let's watch this together real quick. This was the video because these are the best setups on TikTok. The best. Let me see if I can get this. Yeah, there we go. All right. This is creator's name is Gutziden. I don't know if anybody, I'm sure a lot of people know. This guy's got a ton of followers. This was his video. This was shout out to him, man. I actually messaged him, told him I was going to do this. But this is the best setups on TikTok.
Most insane gaming setups of all time, in my opinion. Starting up with number 10. Tech Tesseract has one of the most insane setups, I feel like, especially in the office area. They put shelves in between all the 3D art panels and have literally spaces for everything, and it's super organized and clean. Like, just look at all the different areas to store stuff, from camera equipment to PC gaming to keyboards, mice, all that stuff. They have it all laid out. So that brings me to number 9, which is probably the least expected answer in this entire list. iShowSpeed's new room. iShowSpeed at a—
Wait a minute. We're not going to just act like we didn't just see that. One more time. One more time. This was number 10.
And it's super organized and clean. Like, just look at all the different areas to store stuff, from, especially in the office area. They put shelves in between all the 3D art panels and have
his audio's kind of messed up
for everything, and it's super organized and clean. Like, just look at all the different areas to store stuff, from camera equipment to PC gaming to keyboards, mice, all that stuff. They have it all laid out. So that brings me to number 9, which is probably the least expected answer.
Okay, so that was Tech Tesseract. Hi. That was Tech Tesseract. Which, I'm be honest, that little clip didn't really give me enough. Let's see if they've got a YouTube. Like a YouTube video of their full setup really quick. We're gonna go through the whole 10 setups here. Let's see. Tech Tesseract. I think I followed them too. Yep. All right, Tech Tesseract. Let's see, setup. Let's see. So this is their game room tour. This is their setup. I don't want to blow it up to full screen. It might not like pull up right. Wow, look at that.
Welcome to our 2022 setup tour. This has been a long overdue video. I know, loads of people on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter have been asking, for the love of God, where is the setup tour?
Let me see if I can get the whole.
Did a tour was last year, actually, when we did the 4-part series.
You like that? Hey, Raya?
From start to finish. So a lot has changed since then. We've taken a lot of things out. We've added a lot of things in. So today's video, we're going to do a walkthrough of the office, going over all the different stations that we have in the setup, so that you guys can get a better understanding of what it's actually like. And we're also going to reference some of the stuff from
that
the
is
4-part
insane.
Series.
It's all white.
That might not have seen those videos. Kind of to show how we built the
Look at the lights, like the way they're moving.
So if you see anything you like in the video, you can check the link down in the description. Without further ado, let's get into the tour.
But before that, I wanted to take a minute to tell you about this new Skytech gaming PC with the all-new Intel Arc graphics that Intel.
Yeah, I appreciate the ad. We're gonna skip the ad.
This is where we store all of our camera lenses, our cameras, our lights, and all of our equipment that we use for YouTube videos. Now, we really like our Panasonic cameras.
Look how organized that is.
All of our Sony cameras.
You just grab a camera, you grab your lens, you're ready to go.
They just look awesome. Down here
Where's
at
the
bottom, we have like all of our to-go gear that we use when we go on trips. So this is our new drone that we just got. We have our camera monitors, and
they have a space for their drones in the office. What do you need a space for your drone for, like in your setup area? You're just gonna fly the drone like while you're gaming? They have so many cameras. Hey, yeah.
Then the stands that we use when we're like out in public to have better footage. And then we also have our 100,000 subscriber plaque, which we love. Thank you to everyone that helped make that possible.
Very nice.
And then inside of this unit right here, this is where we keep all of our batteries for all of our gear. So we've mounted and screwed everything down to the bottom.
Yeah, I wanted to know where the batteries were. See, it's interesting to me, you know, like when you're looking at these types of setups, they all look nice, right? But they need functionality. You know, you need to be able to use, even though it looks good and it looks organized and it looks all fancy and you got lights everywhere, it's got to work still. That I respect.
and it stays in the place, so you can just plop everything in there and pull it out whenever you need it. And then we also have like a Velcro strap right here, so that whenever it's done charging, you can put it in and just grab everything off.
Wow, okay,
and
smart.
then up here on the top, this is just like random camera gear that we use sometimes, but we like to keep on hand as well. Now these units you see right here, these are the Besta cabinets from IKEA, and they're really great for storage. That's why we use a lot of them in our office.
These are $350, $400.
This area right here. So originally, this was like the TV entertainment center. I didn't really plan for anything else to use it for other than that. But since
it's an odd place for a TV, right? Am I tripping? It's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, okay? I'm not knocking these people. I'm just not sure I would put the TV there. That's all I'm saying. It's pretty though. Look at this freaking. What is that?
we started using the studio in this room as well, this is where we shoot all of our YouTube videos. We now hook up our cameras to this TV so that we can see ourselves blown up.
I see. So this is utility. Okay, again, this looks really nice, but this is utility. So they can, on the other side of the table here, put all their stuff together. If it'll go back right. They can go on this island and use that and see themselves. Which, again, like when you're doing audio, I was talking about my headphones. You have to be able to hear yourself. When you're doing video, maybe you can, it would help to see yourself too. So you don't know you got something in your teeth or something, whatever.
TV so that we can see ourselves blown up. Over here we have our Cyberpunk figure that our friend Locust sent us. This is super cool because it was one of the first ever to come out, I believe, for their collector's edition, and he had extra ones, so he sent us one for Josh's birthday. Thank you.
Hey, said I wish I had one.
And then these panels right here, we get questions a lot about. So these are from Amazon, and they are 3D wall panels that you can pick up. I like them because they give us that futuristic vibe that we're going for in our office. And then the tops of these cabinets, I've actually used some concrete wallpaper to give it more of an industrial look to the top of it to kind of match that spacey kind of vibe we were going for. Now moving on to here, we have our Meta Quest 2 VR headset. We don't use this as much as we used to. There's not a lot of games that have come out recently for it. We've
I have one. I never use it.
So until they start making a lot of new games, we haven't really used it much. Above that, we have this cool picture frame from a company on Instagram that sent me this. They kind of replace a lot of old gadgets and then make them into this really cool art, and it looks pretty nice. Moving on to this area, this is my dedicated shelf, and this is where I keep a lot of my knickknacks. So let's start from the bottom. So this interesting cube that you see here, this is a Tesseract cube, a 4-dimensional cube, in fact, and we did a review video on them because we have a few of them in our house. So we have one here, and then we have one over in Josh's setup, and they're really cool because they can be paired together to do like the same sync over music, and they just create a really cool
said I need that.
And I
you need
like
everything,
it fits us because our name is Tech Tesseract on our YouTube channel, so that's cool to have. We also have a discount code for 10% off. If you want to pick these up, you can use that. The code's Tech Tesseract. Up on the next shelf, we have my collection of a few of the keyboards that I have in this room, and then above that, just more of my keycap collection and just stuff that I use on my keyboards all the time.
Very cool.
And then just on the top, we've got my Minecraft books and my custom Minecraft character. That's actually what it looks like in the game. And then just some Apple boxes to be displayed on. Now, moving over to the main setup. Let's first talk about how we actually built the setup.
Okay, really quick. I just want to say, so I'm sure like if you're watching this, you may have seen my setup. I'm not 100% sure. If you haven't, check out my TikTok. I'm running dual monitor. So single monitor on the side, curved monitor in the middle. I have been chewing over doing this same setup, like another screen, adding another screen. I've been like this, like thinking about it quite a bit because I have a ton of screen space, but I run into certain situations where like I have music and I need to like quickly remove my tabs to like get to the music, or I have a game going on where I'm streaming the game, but I need to get something that is, because I stream my screen. I don't just stream just the game. Sometimes that doesn't work, so I just remove that completely and I just do the screen. I do run into situations where I need the extra screen. So, this is really nice looking. But my thing is I have cameras on that side, so I'd have to figure out where to move the cameras. But this looks good, man.
and then I'll go through and talk about.
Whoa. Wait a minute. We're not just going to act like that's not a water-cooled PC, right? This is like super custom. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, look at that thing. Oh, that's like 10 grand. Right? How much is a water-cooled PC? Check. Somebody Google it. How much does a water-cooled PC run you? Like, look at this thing. It's got screens, it's got fans, where's her GPU? Yo, what?
Everything.
Where's the GPU? 100? Hey, said 100. Where's the graphics card? I'm sure it's in there. Where is it though? Wow.
In our office. So, starting with the.
Well, first of all, she could take her pick. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse on the screen. Yeah, you guys can see it. Well, she got every graphics. Oh my God.
Desks. We get a lot of questions about these desks and where they can be picked up at. Well, the top of it is a custom cut wood piece.
Forget about the desk. Where did you get the PC?
Cut directly to fit the measurements of the room, and then we use that same wallpaper to put on top, and then I finished the edges off with this vinyl that you can also pick up at Lowe's. Now, above this desk, we have our custom shelving unit. So we actually hired a carpenter to come out to our office and build out these cabinets on, well, not cabinets, shelves on the wall. And after he was done building the shelves, I added these.
How many different languages did she just say that we were poor? Go back.
And I finished the edges off with this vinyl that you can also pick up at Lowe's. Now, above this desk, we have our custom shelving unit. So
Well, first of all, it's a custom shelving unit. Fine. It's custom. No problem.
Actually hired a carpenter to come out to our office, and
she said she hired a carpenter. Is that what she said? Is that what she said?
Build out these cabinets on, well, not cabinets.
Excuse me? This is what the room looked like before, by the way. Excuse me? Excuse me. You hired a what? You hired a carpenter.
Shelves on the wall, and after he was done building the shelves, I added these IKEA shelves on the front of them, honestly by accident, and they just turned out great. They finished.
Okay, all right. So she didn't just hire the workout. She did some of this herself. I saw her just gluing edging on and thinking she just hired all this out. So okay, all right.
The shelves, they made it look more modern in the way that
sweat equity.
I wanted them, so we decided to keep them, and then we just continued those custom panels that we got off of Amazon and cut them.
This light strip is beautiful. Wait a minute, go back. One more time. One time for the one time. I can't go back. Wait. I just want to show underneath really quick. No? All right, whatever.
Flow going. And moving.
Yeah. This light strip. This light strip is so seamless.
Moving on to our projector screen.
Hiring a carpenter, that's what it gets you.
Previous video in the 4 series, we had a really.
Whoa! This was what it looked like before? What? What? Where did they come up with these ideas? I would have been fine with this. There's nothing wrong with this. They changed it from this. Yo, I don't have enough money. Yo, look at how many lights in the. They changed it from this
projector
before. This was before.
From here to here.
Oh, it's a projector screen.
Weird. So we custom
built
weird. This projector screen. We got some plywood from Lowe's.
Now it looks like this. I cannot make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up, bro. Let me just remind everybody while we're watching this that this guy's number 10 on the list. This was number 10, not number 1. This is number 10 on his list of best setups ever. This is crazy. This is crazy. They've got individual lights all synced together. These are all synced. They all move in a pattern together. with a free monitor, by the way, on the side of this PC with these massive screens, dual monitor, triple monitor, with an extra monitor on the side. What is this extra monitor on the side used for? I am so jealous.
And then we got some sheet from the fabric store and we stretched it across and we made it the exact measurement of the gap that you saw up there to kind of make it more, I guess, immersive for our projector screen. And it looks really cool. So you might be wondering, why do we have such a big projector screen in our office? Well, it was one of the ways to hide the window behind this whole entire wall. Since we shoot a lot of YouTube videos in our office, we wanted to control the light in here so that it's easier to film. And that brings me to our other project that we did in here, is our custom hexagon wall panel. This is probably my favorite thing in our office. I've never seen anybody have it in their setup or their YouTube studio. It's just a really cool touch to have, and I feel like it's super unique. Now, how we made this is we took 2 pieces of wood and we mounted them to the wall, and then we used LED strips to, I guess, mount them to the back of pieces of wood that were drilled into the wall. And then we put 2 other pieces of plywood on top of it and sandwiched them together and started putting all the hexagons onto the board. And then we cut out individual hexagons and used like frosted acrylic glass that we spray painted with a frosted spray to create that frosted look, so you would get more of a
How do you come up with this stuff?
RGB glow. Up here on the top we have some Nanoleaf canvas panels, and we actually had to customize them on Josh's side and my side. We had to cut pieces of drywall out of the wall to actually fit the whole size or the length of the panels to fit the dimensions of the room. We also created this custom tubing system that you see right here. So it's using LED light strip raceways, and then this is a tube from the plumbing section in Lowe's that I came up with the idea.
They make these all in one now. I think when they did this, that might not have been a thing, but they make this, like you can get this all in one from Amazon.
Yeah, to super glue to the raceway, and then I sandwiched Gobi LED strips on the top and the bottom so that it has that lighting effect and you don't really see the individual lights of the strips. Now for lighting the entire room, we are using...
I wonder in their relationship, who's the perfectionist? Someone's psychotic.
Using Gobi LED strips.
Someone's
they
like
run
I don't mean it in a bad way. I don't mean it in a bad way at all. Somebody's crazy though. Somebody's like very anal.
Now that we've
very
gone
particular.
over all the custom stuff in our office, let's take a look back at my desk and go over all of the stuff in it. So right on the top, we have my wall of GPUs.
Now, a lot of people think I just collect these for fun, but in reality, we do not. We use them for all of our PC builds that we do on our YouTube channel. So there is a purpose to all of these GPUs. They're not.
She's gonna say they're not for show. That's what she's gonna say. She's gonna say they're not for show. They're for show, bro. They're for show, bro. I'm going on the TV to watch you. Okay, hey, that's dedication. I appreciate you. Thank you. This is crazy.
Not just for display. And now, thanks to Intel, we have another one to add to our collection.
Moving down to my actual desk setup, I'm using 3 monitors. The middle one is a 34-inch ultra-wide gaming monitor, and the 2 on the side are 2 Alienware 25-inch gaming monitors.
Beautiful.
And I really like this layout because
gorgeous.
I personally feel like for productivity, it works really good to have landscape and portrait monitors right next to each other. Right under my monitors, we have my desk riser stand from LandQ, and we put white wallpaper on the top of it just to match with the theme of our setup. And then I've just got my Amazon Echo Show and my Go XLR here for when I'm streaming and using on my microphone. And then I also
this is underrated. This is underrated. Having the smart monitor up, underrated. I see a lot of setups without this. I think, obviously, if you have a house, or it'd be very cool if I could just see my cameras or whatever security system, see the time. I could just see the security system, swipe back, see the time, see the date. I see a lot of setups without clocks or any way of telling time. I think you lose the day, man. It might just me being like an old man, but like, you'd be surprised, man. I watched so many setup videos, no clock. Obviously, there's one on the PC, but everybody uses like the no border thing. You know what I mean? So the clock isn't like always up already. Hey, Haley, thank you. What's happening?
Just got my Amazon Echo Show and my Go XLR here for when I'm streaming and using my microphone. And then I also have my really
Hey, I have one of those. I have a loop deck like that. It's not the fancy one like that one, but I got one.
cool McLaren car over here.
We got something
really
in common.
So keep that on my desk. Josh actually has a whole collection of cars on his side that you'll see later. In
Hey, what up, Rage?
On the right side of my desk,
my
I
dog.
have this
What's
button
happening?
right here. So this button actually
Very good, brother.
turns
Very
the
good.
PC on and off.
These
It's a
are
custom
top 10.
button that can hook up to your motherboard, and then once you
Rage, real quick. We're watching top 10 setups of all time. Top 10. Okay, this is number 10, bro.
press it, it can control it. So
This
I
is
like having that 'cause
crazy.
It's convenient because my PC is all the way on the other side of my desk, and I don't like getting.
Look at that. Look at the PC, bro. Custom water cooled screen shit, everything. Lights, fucking.
Up and turning it off when I need to. For my mouse, I'm using the Razer Viper Ultimate V2, and then for my keyboard, this is a mechanical keyboard from Melgeek, and it has a matching number pad that I usually display all my custom keycaps on. Right next to my keyboard, I have my Razer Tartarus V2. Now, I use this specifically for only playing games. I do not like to play video games on a keyboard. I absolutely hate it. So this, to me, is just more ergonomic. Josh says he doesn't like the feel of it, but for me, it works great. Absolutely love it.
Says she likes the pink on the PC.
And then I also have a loop deck right up here on the top. So we use this when you're editing videos, and there's like a lot of settings.
Hey, real quick, I have one of these. It's not the fancy one. It's not the big one. It's a little bit smaller. This thing is incredible, dude. It's absolutely incredible. Highly recommend. The one I have, I think, is $149. I'm pretty sure this one's 200 plus. This thing makes my life so easy. Click a button, you change your scene. Like, I can literally go from solo and back to the other screen with just the click of a button, doing nothing. Super easy, bro.
Things for in Premiere Pro that you can use and customize.
For audio, I'm using the Spark SL from Blue. It sounds
Yeah,
great for
it's
when
great.
I'm doing voiceovers.
It's great, Rach. You gotta get you
and
one,
then
my
the
boy.
speakers that I'm using are the Sanyong bookshelf speakers. I really like them because they match the black and white theme that I was going for my setup.
Last on my desk, I have my Alienware laptop. So this is my Alienware X14 and my Alienware headset. And
It's not enough to have 3 monitors and an extra monitor and a water cooled PC. No, you have to have a laptop too. I'm sick. I hate my life.
use this pretty much daily. This is my daily driver when I'm out in the living room or we're traveling. It's really small. And
Love you,
Josh
brother.
actually
Love you,
uses
brother.
it too,
Have a
so
good
we
night,
both do,
Rage.
But it's a really good laptop.
I got you, bro. I'm gonna hold it down
Absolutely.
tonight.
For my gaming chair, I am using
I'ma
a
hold it
chair
down.
from Alienware that they sent over to me. I used to have their blue version, but I really wanted the white one to match with our futuristic theme of our office. And it's a really comfy chair. I'd highly recommend it. I get lots of questions about it, honestly, about what chair I'm always using. So that is the one that I use. And then down here
It's
we
nothing.
have my footrest. Now, I
Ray
picked
said,
this
"Thanks
up
for covering
on
second
Amazon.
shift. I got
It's probably
you
the
all
best
day."
footrest that I have ever gotten. I've used a couple in my office. We'll make sure to link that down below.
Hey, no, this is nice. Hey, no, this is underrated. This is another underrated thing. There's a lot of thought they have put into this world of a room. You'd be surprised like how uncomfortable your feet just get just sitting under the desk.
But I like it because you can tilt up and down and it has like a lot of movement in it. But now that we're also down here, I kind of want to show you guys like our cable management because people always ask about cable management. So I couldn't be asked to really do raceways for the cables. So what I did is I built this custom box in the back of our desks that hold all the cables so you cannot see them. So it's kind of
I'm not sure what is a good idea. I guess everything is wood, so but I would like something that had like some holes, like maybe to keep the more airflow. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't matter. What do I know?
like an L shape with like a piece of wood like that.
Hey,
so all the
sent the
cables
Twitch
rest inside of it and don't come
emoji.
out, so
Thank
it
you.
just keeps everything nice and tidy. And I also did that on Josh's desk as well. One more thing that I wanted to show you guys is this custom. I know this is overkill, I don't know, but if you hate cables as much as me, we built these custom wood panels to go underneath our stands, like our risers, and we painted it white so that the light that's under here reflects off of it and you can't see like any of the cables for the monitors or anything. But yeah, if you don't like cables, that's what you could do. Moving on to my PC. This is my custom water-cooled PC.
Finally, I've been needing to know. I have been needing to know. I knew it was custom. I knew right away it was custom.
That I built. You can actually find a full video on our YouTube channel of the whole process.
Oh, they got a whole video. They did it
of doing it. It's
They did it themselves.
Actually, the second water-cooled PC I've built, and this time I decided to experiment with some interesting bends, and overall I'm really happy with how they turned out.
And
Wow.
I also made this custom display for
Where is the GPU? Can somebody, if anybody watches this, it's frustrating me, man. It's frustrating me. I'm looking at this beautiful PC and I'm thinking, where's the GPU? If they got a 5090 in there, bro, they couldn't hide it like that, right? Or am I wrong? Somebody, anybody that watches these, let me know.
the front of it so that I could have one of my mini displays on there and have a wallpaper or the temperatures of the CPU or the GPU. On the other side of the office, we have
But where is the GPU?
Josh's setup. So all the stuff is
Okay, Josh. Okay, so Josh is the guy, obviously, husband material. Okay. He's got a beautiful situation here. So obviously, dual monitor, soundbar, leveling plan, plane. He's got his mic mounted to that. I don't think I've seen that very often. That's very interesting. But the mic going over the screens like would bug me. But love the key. Like, this is nice.
pretty much similar when it comes to the shelf and the panels, but his monitor setup and
Love his game chair.
his figures and stuff on his desk are a little bit different. So he has a lot of cars that he likes to collect from Fast and the Furious, and then
He seems like a simple guy. Like, her side's got the GPUs and the custom water cooled and you know what I'm saying? She's got 2 different keyboards. He's got one. He's got his little baby. You know what I'm saying? He's got his loop deck.
monitor setup and his figures and stuff on his desk are a little bit different. So he has a lot of cars that he likes to collect from Fast and the Furious, and then his setup is actually rocking 2 monitors instead of 3.
Those cars
he
are
used
sick.
to have 3 that were in landscape mode, but he felt like they were
This has an LCD display. This soundbar. Now there's a GPU. There's a PC with a GPU in it.
too big for the desk, so he dropped down to 2. So now he's only using his 34-inch Alienware ultra-wide monitor for the main, and then on the side he's got a 27-inch gaming monitor.
Dual
from
can work
Alienware
for a lot of
as
people.
Well, for audio, he's using the Baby Bottle microphone from Blue, and then for his other audio, he has a sound bar, the Sound Blaster Katana V2.
Very
it's
cool.
really cool because it has RGB down on the bottom, so you get a nice effect there.
For
I like
Josh's
that.
chair, he's using the Secret Lab Titan. He's been using Secret Lab chairs for the past few years now, and he just really likes the overall look and feel of them. They've got some really cool features as well, like a magnetic head and armrest, and built-in lumbar support down at the bottom.
Moving on to the accessories on his desk, he has this loop deck here.
What is that? What is that? Oh my goodness. Call me poor, please. Okay, so we saw her loop deck, her fancy loop deck. This one, I've never seen this before. Think about the controls you can program into this thing. Wow.
Here that he uses mainly for editing our videos in Premiere Pro, as well as this SD card reader from Kingston. And then he also has a custom mechanical keyboard from Melgeek as well.
Beautiful. This keyboard is beautiful.
He also has his Razer Death Adder V3 Pro Max.
One time, really quick. Everybody, welcome Grillo to the chat. Welcome Grillo, my dog, my boy. My boy, one more time. My dog. Welcome, my man. What's up, brother? What's happening?
Mouse that he uses as well.
And then this is Josh's custom PC. He uses this for everything, really, although it gets rebuilt a lot.
Hey, look at this GPU. That's a 5090 if I ever seen one in my life, boy. That boy is huge. You could build a house on top of that GPU.
Because we always have new cases coming in, so it never stays with
Yeah, Grillo. Welcome home,
and last
man.
on our tour
Welcome home,
is
my
our
dog.
space bar. That's what we like to call it. So this is mainly our YouTube studio, and this is usually what you guys see in our YouTube videos. So this is kind of
Ain't
like
nothing
a
wrong
set
with that,
that we
brother.
built
Ain't nothing
out,
wrong with that.
And then we just have all of our PC
You gotta lock in
parts,
when you
and
can.
This is normally where I would stand, and we
No. She not gonna. No. We're not gonna skip that. No.
see in
No. Wait a minute. Go back.
call it. So this is mainly our YouTube studio, and this is usually what you guys see.
This is their YouTube section. Okay, their YouTube studio. Look at this freaking monitor. Oh. 3 motherboards. They got motherboards at the ready. These are probably just for show, honestly. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I'm looking at this. And on one side, she got the open GPU. She got the GPUs on display. Now she got the boxes. This room is a complete flex. This room is just completely... Like, you gonna know what they're about. You walk into this room and you know what time it is. They're not in there to mess around. They're in there to enjoy themselves, obviously, but this is crazy. You don't need awards around, which they have an award in there. They have some awards in there. You don't need awards around when you got this.
In our YouTube
everything
videos.
Speaks for itself.
So this is kind of like a set that.
So you got a LED. This got RGB on it. This got LED lit. The holder for the laptop.
We built out, and then we just have all
Extra.
of our PC parts, and this is normally where I would stand, and we would either have the camera right here or in front of me or on the side, and sometimes we even have it up on the top. You actually don't see what this room
My
looks
dad has
like
a lot of
when
anime
we're
collection and stuff
filming.
from
There is no room over
Akon
here to
events,
walk because
since he is
we
a
usually
director.
have
Oh, that's
poles
dope.
and cameras set up and lights everywhere.
That's actually crazy.
So that
Oh,
is one
you
of the
got some
reasons why
like
we
limited
knew
edition, like exclusive
that the
stuff.
studio will have its
Iverson,
own
what's happening, man?
separate room.
Welcome,
So I'll give you
hey.
guys a little close
One time, real quick. Welcome Iverson to the chat. Iverson, welcome, my boy.
up of everything that's in our studio. So this is a sit and stand desk from Flexi Spot that they sent over to us, and I added these shelves on the end of it to hold like all of our camera stuff and all of the stuff for mounting on our tripods. And originally,
this is crazy.
I had shelves that went all the way around.
We're doing top 10 setups of all time. This is number 10, bro. This is number 10.
I closed it off with these panels because I just felt like it looked cooler and it matched the vibe of our office.
Iverson, I feel
now,
welcome.
Walking
You are
over
welcome.
here to our
You absolutely
storage.
are.
This is a tool chest that we picked up from Lowe's, and it just has all of our stuff that we
How much
use,
money
like,
it costs at the
on
end?
a daily basis. Just like keeps everything nice and organized.
Grillo said, "Okay, is she finna say how much money it costs at the end?" Grillo, I'm hoping not, bro. I feel like she's going to, but I hope not, because she didn't already call me poor in 3 different languages.
And all of our tools when we're building PCs. Really nice.
Yeah, Iverson, this is number 10, bro.
We also have this little tool thing over here that keeps all of our screws
This is number 10,
separated
man.
and organized.
Unless he's wrong,
Unless
he's wrong, this is number 10. We're gonna see.
Components on display with like little clips that mount into the back of the board. The laptop that you see right here is our Alienware laptop. This is the M15, and then we also have this Innocent.
Hey, chat, real quick. Is Alienware all that good? They got a lot of Alienware stuff. They got Alienware monitors, Alienware laptops, Alienware. She just called me homeless as soon as I lay my eyes on this. Grillo says. Ivor said Alien was all right. Okay.
Ultra wide. I guess this is like,
It's like
a
the
mega
definition
ultra
of
wide
decent.
that
Okay,
they sent
okay.
us
It's
that
decent.
We did a review
Okay.
on, so we decided to
This monitor is crazy.
put this in the setup. And then we just have like a BenQ light up at the top just to add some light onto our Razer
MSI, holler at your boy.
keyboard and Razer mouse that we use over here as well. And then I kind of made this cute little custom design with the leftover hexagons that we had just to give it a little bit more of a creative, I guess futuristic vibe. And
works.
then this shelf right here is just some more of our PC parts that we just display for the back of our YouTube videos. And then we have another one of those cubes that I told you about. And then for the top of the studio, we have these custom
We're near
shelves
the end
that
of
we have on
end of
the
this
office
video.
side as well. And then just more boxes of our GPUs.
Grillo
and
said,
some
let me see your lady,
panels
your
that we
wallet
got
lady.
on Amazon as well. We'll make sure to link those in the description. And then we have the projector that we use right there to project onto our projector screen. But one thing I want to talk about with the studio, like I said earlier, having a studio and a gaming setup.
Okay, one last look, boys. One last look. This was incredible. We're gonna move on to number 9. This was incredible. We're gonna watch. I want to see if she's gonna say how much it is real quick. Girl said, better yet, let me get them items, make my PC better. Yeah. Well, they have plenty of items to go around. Let me tell you. But obviously they work very hard. This is crazy. This is number 10.
Together, it just does not work. At first I used to think, why don't people have them together? Like it would make perfect sense. But after being a YouTuber for over a year and a half now, I definitely see why people have a separate studio room, because there's just not room in this office when we have all of our lights and our cameras set up. So things that are going to change. Let me show you things that are going to change in our office when we move, because we're moving soon. So this
Iverson gives them 9 out of 10.
We are going to extend this. It's going to come out to here, probably a little further. And the desk that you see right here is going to extend to go all the way back. That way we have more access to this tool chest, because it's kind of like cut off right here.
Oh, yeah.
We can't really use that side.
And that was what I was talking about earlier, the functionality. You know, you put all this stuff in one small room, like you're going to sacrifice something. But it sounds like you're going to make it work.
Over there. So that's one thing that we're going to change. We're also going to make this longer and extend the shelves back more here. And then we're going to also extend this table that
this is why we have to wait for the new GPU every time.
People can actually sit here and do
they got too much money.
So yeah, that was about it for the setup tour. If we missed anything, leave us a comment down below and we'll make sure to get back to you.
Yeah, they missed something. The price. I'm glad they didn't though, because you know what? All right, boys, that was number 10. Who's number 9?
Answer in this entire list, iShowSpeed's new room. iShowSpeed had a room built by Matthew Beam, and I still think it's one of the best streamer setups to this date, including a Luffy head on the...
Oh. Chat. No, seriously, she didn't get the price, girl. Chat, real quick. Am I tripping? This is not better than number 10.
Wall, lighting. Number 8 is probably the most memorable setup of all time. Ninja's retro gaming setup. Now, this was revolutionary.
Okay, we got Ninja up next.
At the time. And Ninja made a setup that no one else could replicate in the peak of Fortnite. And this room is just incredible. From every nook and cranny to all the stream elements that go along. Moving on to number 7.
Okay, Ninja. Okay. All right, Ninja. You're going to battle number 10. You're going to battle number 10, Ninja. He's from Detroit, too, by the way. Shout out to Ninja. Yep. Well, did I watch this video already?
Yeah, I'm back. But
there's an ad here.
You have not downloaded Pi Adblock.
All right, everyone.
Okay, so this is like a long intro here. We don't really care about that. We want to see the room.
Oh my God.
Okay, Ninja, you're battling Tech Tesseract for number 10. Maybe number 8, actually. Number 7. Might be number 1. This guy was wrong. iShowSpeed was not better.
Mind blown. Welcome to the Ninja Dojo.
Oh, nah. Nah. Wait a minute. Whoa, that's crazy. Wait a minute. Whoa. What? Whoa. Wait, go back. Oh, fuck. I didn't pause it in time, chat. Oh, no, this is crazy.
I'm literally mind blown. Welcome to the Ninja Dojo.
Okay, so this man has a news anchor area on the right. You see that? Oh, no, that's crazy. That's a 49-inch monitor on the side that he's got as a side monitor. Is that right? Wow. He got dual 49-inch monitors.
Looks 10 times better than I even could have possibly imagined. Freaking incredible, man. Embroidered Ninja chair. This is where I'm going to be controlling all of the professional cameras in the room. Camera angle 1, camera angle 2, and camera angle 3 for the doggy bowls.
Oh, no. He got a camera for the dogs. 55-inch table. Oh, Samsung 55-inch TV in there.
I love the desk, man. My desk is super dope. When they show me all the snacks, brand new lighting fixtures, classic clean blue look on the box here. Turn everything red. In a top 10 situation, when things start to get intense, man, the entire room is gonna go red. Whenever we...
Okay, this is one thing that Tech Tesseract did not have, and that was all the lighting being controlled by one button. Maybe they had it, they didn't say. That's crazy.
Get the first win of the day. I'm going to be switching over to preset number 4, which is going to be for the Pon Pon. I will be only hitting the boogie button after a incredible
Ninja's is much better.
Royale, and it'll look a little bit
Iverson,
like this.
I'll put Ninja above Tech Tesseract. I agree. I agree.
This, guys, is going to be the analyst area. It's where I can, you know, show you guys tips and tricks potentially on this big screen, and just there's so
Ninja
many
number
things
4,
that I can
blind
do here.
rank.
The new Fortnite update is looking rather
Number 4.
spicy. This is Ninja's funny Fortnite videos.
This is crazy.
Have been stolen recently. Vanished.
I don't really know what they are just yet, but I'll figure it out. I think it's safe to say that this is the best streaming room on Twitch. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video.
He said it. He said this is the best streamer room on Twitch. He said that. That's what he said. I think he might be onto something. Let's see who's next.
Nick Mercs' basement setup. This was the next pioneer of gaming setups in the streaming space. Nick Mercs made one of the most insane gaming rooms that I've ever seen. Guest PCs, guest setups, his own setup, which is also insane. Now moving on to number 6.
Nah, bro. What was that? That was a work in progress. Was that a work in progress? That was still under construction.
His own setup.
Maybe that's just not a good video.
Which is also insane. Now moving on to number 6.
Nah, we gotta keep going.
I know a lot of people will say that this isn't like an insane setup or anything, but hey, I still think I made one of the best setups on.
Bro, does he have a 49-inch monitor as his side monitor? No way, bro. Hold on.
Insane setup or anything, but hey.
Nah, bro, that's
My setup. I know a lot of people.
That's a tower of a side monitor. No, that's crazy. No, that's okay. Okay. All right. You're behind Tech Tesseract though, but that's crazy. The lights all sync together. You got dual PCs. He's probably got 5090s in both of these. I don't see a single wire. No, that's cool. No, that's cool. Chat. Where are we putting him? He got the logo, custom logo. I think he's got to go behind Tech Tesseract. But I love it. Under the first video, for sure. Grillo said under the first video, for sure. Iverson said if the girl is 7, he's 8. Okay.
People will say that this isn't like an insane setup or anything, but hey, I still think I made one of the best setups on the internet, and I'll stand by that.
Yeah.
Literally, this setup, I completely demolished the closet, completely rebuilt the entire room, everything like that, and it took me about 4 weeks to make this setup. Anyways, that brings us on to number 5.
Not bad.
Chris Mayer's DIY lighting setup. Chris Mayer is a DIY lighting guy that makes all.
Oh, look at the spinning headphones.
All kinds of projects about making his custom lighting, and he decided to make one of the best RGB lighting setups he possibly could. But the setup.
Iverson said 1. Iverson said number 1. No, number 2. Change it. Number 2. Chat. No, it's crazy.
Setup features a bunch of DIY lighting and custom effects that he.
Bro, there ain't a single wire nowhere, bro. Bro, where's the PC plugged in at? It's getting like electricity through the air and shit. There's no plugs nowhere.
Coded himself, which brings us on to number 4. Luke
No. You're not just gonna skip that one.
Himself, which
What's this guy's name?
To number 4. We could, but the setup features a bunch of Mayer's DIY lighting setup. Chris Mayer is a DIY.
Chris Mayer? No. We gotta see it. No, we gotta see it. Right? Is it Chris Mayer? Did I say that right? Here we go.
So the last few years, I've spent way too much time watching gaming setup and room tour videos on YouTube, as well as endlessly scrolling through Reddit looking at some of the most incredible battle stations people have put together, and really just dreaming of the day, which has finally arrived, that I might be in a position to create something special myself. Now to kick things off, I of course needed to find some area in my house where I could start.
He said he just wanted to create something special. I think he succeeded.
Setting things up, and
we haven't even seen the whole video.
Like this did make me a little bit nervous because traditionally you're going to want to use a corner area for better aesthetics, but the way my downstairs is laid out with windows, doors, and closets, this was really my only option. Now the first thing I did was pick up a few items from IKEA. I ended up going with one of their wall shelf units, 2 of their floating shelves, and 1 Kallax 4-cubby display. This was my first experience with IKEA products, and I can see why people like them.
Okay, the difference between him and Tesseract, Tech Tesseract. One major difference I just want to note really quick. He priced out very affordable gear. The stuff that Tech Tesseract, the cabinets and stuff, they were all $450, $350. This guy is picking $89, $99. Smaller things, obviously, but he's putting small things together to make one big one. I like that idea. I like that much better than buying one big expensive piece. You can get really behind on budget really quickly doing that. This looks good.
Kallax 4-cubby display. This was my first experience with IKEA products, and I can see why people like them. They're super easy to put together, and the quality exceeded my expectations when compared to their low cost. And as always, I'll try to leave links in the description for everything I end up using in this video, but let me know if I do end up missing anything so I can go back and update.
I could have did without seeing that whole
Once
thing.
they were all assembled, it was time to hang things. I'll be putting the shelf unit on the left-hand side about 8 inches off the ground. Shape sit-stand option from Fazebo. And in a video I released just a couple months ago, I went over how to easily add some amazing custom LED lights to the perimeter and frame.
Yo, real quick. This underrated. This is underrated. I have always not liked people adding lighting to the edging because like it's not straight and it's like all crooked or like curves, whatever. He added support and he added the covers for the edging. This is good work. This is quality work. So the LED strip goes inside of this and you add it to the edge of the table so that it's straight. So the whole table is you just going with the line of the table. The lights aren't going to look all wonky and like around.
I also made sure that after everything was set up, cable management would be on point and there'd be no visible wires hanging down. I was absolutely blown away by the
What a result.
Response to this mod, and currently the video has over 360,000 views, so make sure to check it out if you're interested in the complete step-by-step process. And for the cubbies, since I'm not entirely sure where I want them yet, I'll just keep it off to the side until I find a good spot.
Yo!
So right now, I have what I would consider to be the skeleton of what will be our end result. You can begin to see things taking form, but we're still very far away from being complete. Now the one thing I did go back and change from the original desk video is that I used a larger power strip. I wanted to get one that provided better protection in case of surges, since I will end up having some expensive equipment plugged in.
Hey, real quick, yeah. Under appreciated note that he just said, having a powerful enough surge protector. Don't do all this without having a powerful enough surge protector. The last point of entry should be a very powerful surge protector in the event that you get a power surge, obviously, lose power. All your stuff is protected because you have a quality, not cheap surge protector.
So I think the most important part of any setup is going to be the PC itself, and I've seen some of the biggest gaming YouTubers out there such as TechSource and Maddie K talk about light gaming PCs, so they're the first place I reached out to and they agreed to send me one of their heavy hitters for this video. Now a few things I like about light gaming is that they list all the prices for each component of the build. This means if you're the type that wants to then go out and see how much you could build it for, you can figure out exactly how much money you'd be saving by doing it yourself to determine if spending the extra money is worth the convenience of clicking order and simply plugging things in when it arrives. And for added peace of mind, all their PCs can be returned for free within 30 days if you're not completely satisfied for a full refund, as well as taking care of you if they're happy. Light gaming absolutely crushed
Appreciate the plug. We gotta get
build.
going.
I was very specific with them on what I was looking for in terms of performance and looks, and they were able to deliver on both.
Okay, not the best looking PC I've ever seen, but it's pretty. It's not the best looking though. I think Tech Tesseract had a better looking PC, with the water cooled, like the color, you know what I mean, and all that. Beautiful PC though.
Both fronts. And this will absolutely fit perfectly with my all-white theme, but most importantly, it'll be
It's a
able to run any
5090.
game I want at max settings without even breaking a sweat.
It's a 5090. Oh, it's a 4080. Excuse me. Okay, no problem. Older video, no problem. Ah, so satisfying. Hey, we got the same case.
The next big ticket item on the list is going to be a monitor, and I ended up going with the Alienware 3423DW, which
Chat, another Alienware. What's up with these people trying to push Alienware?
in my opinion is still the best monitor on the market for gaming, and since my desk isn't massive, this 34-inch curved OLED panel should be the perfect size for my space.
Cheaper
Getting
side,
this set
okay.
up was an absolute breeze,
All right,
and everything
I
could
get
be
a
done by
budget.
hand with no tools.
I get a
The
budget.
stand that it
Nothing wrong
comes
with having a
snaps
budget.
into place, and within 5 minutes, it was already assembled.
I'm not buying Alienware though. I promise you, I'm not.
Moving on to the keyboard, and I went with the Razer Deathstalker V2 Pro. This has to be one of the best looking keyboards out there, and will go perfectly with my all-white
Respectfully, I disagree.
theme. And I also stuck with Razer for
I think he could have did better. Yeah, Razer look, you know. Yeah, I
the
think he
mouse,
could have did
settling
better.
on the V3 Pro.
I like some of Razer stuff, but the design is what I don't get.
I do have pretty big hands, and after trying a few different styles out, this one by far felt the most comfortable. And to set these peripherals on, I went with this 32 by 12 inch minimalistic pad with a
Don't like it.
non-slip base. Nothing too fancy about this, but I just really like the way it looked. I also picked up the Elgato Stream Deck MK.2, and you really can't go wrong with one of these since you can customize them to pretty much.
Okay, he's losing some points. He's losing some points. Okay, first of all, Tech Tesseract had a way better Stream Deck. They had the Loop Deck, obviously different brand, fine, whatever. But they had the souped up one with the knobs and the different buttons and the shit, you know, that I've never seen. This is just a plain one, plain Jane base model. Nothing wrong with that. That's all you need. But just comparing, you know what I mean? That we're ranking these, so just something to keep in mind.
Work with anything you need. And for controllers, I went back and forth between the Xbox Elite and PS5 DualSense Edge, but ultimately I went with the Elite since it was a little bit cheaper, and overall I just love the way it looks. Now once I had things set up on the table, at least for me, the legs on the monitor are taking up way too much real estate.
Boy, oh boy, do I tell you, I don't like this. He's the best start.
So I ordered an
I know the end result is good, but
arm to free up some space for a much cleaner look. I ended up going with the mount from Vivo that supports ultra-wide monitors up to 49 inches and 33 pounds. And since I do have the LED
Grillo
lights going
said,
around the outside,
remember, his is basically the cheap way to set up. I got you.
desk, I made sure
Yeah,
this
that's
had
a
the
good point,
option to
Grillo.
install things using a
That's a
grommet
good
system
point.
instead of the typical clamp style you would normally see. I'll need to first drill a small hole through my desk and then secure the base to the surface by using a large screw and a metal faceplate underneath. Then there's going to be two separate arm extension pieces that will slide into the post on the base unit. Next, I'll have to take my monitor and remove the stand from the back that I installed earlier and replace it with the included VESA attachment. I'll then take the VESA adapter that came with the mounting system and secure them together using the screws that also came with the monitor.
Easy.
Now I think the easiest way is to remove the now attached adapter and transfer it to the arm mount. A big deal, but I'm not digging how noticeable these black wires are coming from the monitor, as well as the cables plugged into the back of the PC. To help things blend in, I'll be using some white mesh wrap. This is about as simple of a solution as you can get, and for sure cleans things up to the point where your eyes are not automatically drawn.
Nah, the plot thickens. We know how we didn't see any wires now. Mesh wrap. Chat, who's taking notes? Hey, mesh wrap. A cheat code. Cheat code.
Under the cords.
Wow. What a difference. Grillo, hey, we doing a PC build, remind me. That's crazy. No. No, that's crazy. Mesh wrap.
So
Yeah.
if it's not clear from a lot of the videos on my channel, I really do enjoy creating unique environments using LED lights. My idea for this setup is to put some accent lighting around the floating shelves plus the wall unit on the left. I'll be using the same aluminum profiles and same SK6812 pixels that I installed on the desk, so everything should be able to sync and play nice together. Now you could certainly use a hand saw, but I'll just be using the regular blade on my miter saw to make all the angled cuts, as well as cutting them down to size to fit. And as far as getting these attached to the wall, you certainly could use the mounting brackets that these channels come with, but I pretty much only use these 3M sticky pads now since they can easily be removed with no repair work needing to be done after. So this whole process of putting up the channels and installing the lights was by far the most time-consuming part of the project. Right now I'm putting the LEDs in the profile starting at the top right. And
look at the lines, bro. Look at how crispy.
Making my way around going clockwise.
Straight across. No leveler, no nothing. That's the benefit of using
while
the
making
track
a controversial
tracks,
90-degree bend. Now, I did solder my own 18-gauge silicone wires to the beginning of the strip, and if you're curious to learn a little bit more about that process, I made a how-to solder video that goes over everything you need to know with extreme close-up footage and detailed comment.
Oh, Chad, we ain't never gonna have this. I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing all that. I will, though. I will buy a long enough. I'll buy a long enough strip and just put it in the track. I'm not soldering it. I'm not doing that shit.
Terry, that I highly recommend you checking out if interested. So I picked up some very small raceway tracks to try hiding the cords that are hanging down from the LED strips. I used the same 3M removable wall tape to secure everything down. Now, one thing that I'm trying to accomplish is for this to end up looking great not only at night but also during the day. Cable concealers traditionally are fine for me, but after seeing how they look in daylight right here, in which they're hiding the long wires that'll provide power, ground, and data to the lights, I personally think this looks horrible. So as much as I hate the extra work, I'm going to have to feed the wires behind the wall and down to the floor.
Yes, behind the wall.
That, I'll finish up the shelf unit on the left.
Yeah, behind the wall. Always behind the wall. Beautiful.
Now, to run the wires behind the wall, I picked up a product from Magnapol, which basically allows you to use a very strong magnet to guide a leader with your cables attached from one spot to the next.
What up, Just?
I'm for sure going to be holding on to this item for future projects, but thankfully
Hey, real quick, everybody, welcome, Just. Welcome. What's happening with you? Welcome.
I need to use it. The other side of this wall actually butts up to my utility
We're ranking
closet,
top 10
going around to check,
setups
no
all time.
Insulation
We're
or
ranking
fire blocks on the other side, and all I had to do was drop the wires in the small hole, go back around, pull them down, and then push them through the bottom. And to conceal the top openings, I'm just going to use a couple wall plugs that you can get in different sizes. So after doing both sections, it really is a night and day difference, and I'm super glad.
Yo, hey, he put in work. He put in work. Okay, real quick, comparing. What he did was he instead of making a track, he just put the wires behind the wall. Obviously, he just talked about that.
I took the extra time to do it.
Wow, what a difference, bro! What a difference. Something so small like that. Just putting a little bit of extra work in. That looks clean.
Moving on to another important piece, which is the chair, and I went with this brand new ergonomic option.
Yeah, I'll be copying this chair.
Offering from Sihu that comes in a white or black option. And I actually first heard about this product when reading a Forbes article where they called it an affordable alternative to a $700 Herman Miller chair. Getting this put together was about as easy as it could possibly get. Instructions were very clear and everything you need for assembly is included. Now I've had this for a
Chad, this setup's gonna look way better at night.
Couple weeks and I can confidently say this is the most
Just say he has the same chair in black. That's the way I'm going.
Comfortable chair I've ever used. The lumbar support is somehow able to adjust on its own depending on how you're sitting, so it's always in contact with your back.
Yeah, no more leather.
Check these guys out if you're in the market for something new. Next, I needed to find something to give the back wall some added texture, and I really do love the way these type of 3D panels look.
Just how's yours lasting? Like sitting in it and in gaming, you getting rubs or anything like that?
And I'm sure it would have turned out great, but I wanted to go with something not quite as common since you do see these in so many setups today. I ended up going with this really cool Dragon
fast forward a little bit. Oh, them boys clipping. That's crispy.
So I do get a lot of questions about how I conceal wires, a controller, and power supply, so I thought I'd include one way you can go about doing this if you don't have something in your room to hide everything behind. So these wires that you're looking at are the ones I put through the wall that run up to the floating
Just said it's super
I'm
comfy, but the lumbar does hurt.
To run the wires through, and
lower
next
back.
I found this great bathroom decor box that has plenty of ventilation, which will work great for housing the ESP32 controller with WLED installed, as well as our power supply. And this does a perfect job of making what would normally be an eyesore something that blends in much better. It's not a perfect solution, but unless you want to go through the work of putting everything behind sheetrock and then patching everything back up, this is about as good as it's going to get.
Grillo said now trying to upgrade is going to be difficult. You ain't lying.
So feel free to check that out if you're interested, since I do go over things in a little bit more detail.
Look at how clean that is. There's a bunch of wires in there, bro. It's like a power supply and like wires. It looks like it's supposed to be there. It's like a part of the house.
For the other side, I'm going to simplify.
Iverson said he's heading out for the night. I appreciate you, Iverson. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for joining, man. Appreciate you.
Use an awesome plug-and-play controller from Domestic Automation that comes with WLED pre-installed. This white one I have here is specifically built for the SK6812 LEDs that I'm using in this build. Now they also include this great little mounting track that'll guard vibe, if that's even a thing.
We're gonna try it. So yeah, there's some lights.
Pair of white speakers, and would love to hear some suggestions if anyone has recommendations.
Okay.
Now, as I continue to set things up, I have to say that the garden vibe, if that's even a thing.
Whoops.
If there's anyone out there.
Hey, real quick. So he did the white thing with everything else. I like that since he had no choice but to get a black stand for his light, that he just did a black mic arm too. Like, just so that the black has something to go with and it wouldn't just be by itself and look weird. That works. Like, it works. Like, it doesn't look out of place.
Who, like me, has always been dreaming of doing something like this, that you'll be inspired like I was by so many others to try turning your vision
There's white
into
stands
reality.
for that too.
Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I hope you enjoy the final pictures and videos.
That's true, actually. Okay, final result, boys. Woo! Oh no, that's... Wow. Just says 7 out of 10. I'm with you. I'm with you. It's pretty though. Yo! Where is the wires? That's a flex. That's a flex. No, that's a flex. Super, super clean. I give 7.5, maybe 8. I don't know. What would you change, Just? Only reason I'm gonna say 8 is because it's not a 10. It's not a 10 because I think that he loses some points for not picking the absolute best equipment. I'm sorry, he loses some points there. It's a budget setup though. It's a budget setup. Just said I go 7.5 because of the hidden wires. Okay, yeah, he earned some points for that. But I have no issue with the 4090 in the PC, even though that's outdated. I have no issue with that because it's an older video. You can't judge too much on that. I don't like the monitor's okay. I don't like that he picked the cheap Steam Deck, and I don't like that he picked the Razer keyboard. There's so many incredible keyboards out there, especially nowadays. And maybe because, yeah, cable management is top notch. Yeah, I agree. He loses some points for that. Other than that, like as far as workmanship goes, he knocked it out of the park. He knocked it completely out of the park. The chair with the lights. Also, I can't stand his mouse pad. Can't stand it. Hate it. Hate his mouse pad. Hate's a strong word. Sorry. We're just ranking these. It's Niece. Have you seen Smirk's stream room? I haven't, but it sounds like we're about to. Let's see. What is it? Neekmerk? Neekmerk. Whoa. No DL. Play for free. What is happening on my YouTube? Neekmerk. This him? What happened to my $3,000 gaming studio? Where's it at, Just? Grillo said he would do double monitors in that last room. I agree. Wholeheartedly, I agree. Am I just blind? Go above. Ultimate gaming setup. Oh, here we go.
The average team spends 50% of their time
doing
work about work. That's a lot of dollars.
What's up, guys? 8 months, 9 months, 8 months, or 7 months? Months, been some months. And
does he lose points for not doing it himself though? He's got construction workers in here.
It's finally all complete. I can't wait to show you guys this. This is This is a dream for me. This is unbelievable shit. When we take you through this room, you're gonna be blown away. I've been blown away. We've all been blown away. This is an incredible place. I'm gonna take you guys through some things.
I think this was in the ranking. I think we just didn't watch the video.
Coming home, you guys know it's been crazy. We got a big home. We're close to the
yeah, hey, no, that's a good point. Just said if you got the money, ball out.
So when we were talking about ideas for the
Girl
house,
said Ninja didn't make his setup. Good point.
We talked a lot about
good point.
Spare rooms and what we were gonna do with certain rooms, and we talked a lot about a gaming space, an office space. I've always wanted my own office. I've always wanted my own streaming room, like a room that was just for streaming. You know, because streaming in general, you kind of got to check out. So we were talking a lot about that, and that's kind of where this room came from, man. It's just the idea of getting away.
What he's saying is he's saying he created a room where he can lock in. I like that.
The idea of getting lost in it.
This whole project really started with the entryway. Basically what we wanted it to be a way for Nick to get in his mindset. And the concept started with a cave and a waterfall. And we really wanted it to stand out to help Nick get in his mindset before he games. So we installed.
He said a cave and like he's gonna walk into a cave, like a bat, bat cave like type of feel, like Superman walking into his area of solace, like that kind of thing.
Automated doors that are motion censored, so when he walks up they let him in, and the first thing he sees is his Spartan logo.
Nah, his door is open for him, like when you walk.
And from there,
okay, first time we've seen that so far. First time we've.
And there's the
yo.
You know, my parents always told me, and everybody always told me to invest in things that you do a lot. You know, so you buy a new bed. You know, you buy a better toilet. You buy.
Daddy, chill.
You gotta invest in things that you spend a lot of time on.
Wait, we haven't even seen the streaming area yet. Yo, where are we ranking the entry at? This is the entry, bro. Yo, he got stars in the ceiling.
So this gaming room, you know, I've been slacking on it for a while.
I like this guy.
Using there, it's nothing to be ashamed
I like this guy.
of or anything, but I mean, I've been using.
Never heard of him before. I'm about to follow.
From,
I'm about to follow, bro.
I don't even know where we bought it. Home Depot. It's like $20. It's plastic. We've been using that for.
I hope he's a good dude.
God knows how many years, man.
I hope he's a good dude.
You know, we've been using.
Grillo said he took Netflix and chill to a whole nother level.
Chair from a garage sale.
Bro, can you imagine telling a girl, "Hey, I'm a streamer"? She's like, you know, you're a little streamer, you know. And you walk into that. This ain't no little streamer, bro. This ain't your average Joe, bro.
I mean, it really hasn't been until now that we actually invested a lot into the streaming and gaming space.
I like the logo.
We went all out. This is my home. This is where I'm going to raise my family and my kids.
This is what you mean he was community is based on the Spartans? I see.
First things first, man. Emu loves to watch me game. She loves it. She likes to sit right
that was the old setup.
Back in the Cali apartment, we had a big.
He has a foldable table for many years on his desk. Okay.
And just watch. And she loves it, man.
That's dope.
Animals, Joey and Kai come in there.
Humble beginnings.
So
that's
we
dope.
To make sure that when we made this office, there was a place.
So really quick, I just want to notate the floors. This would be a little uncomfortable, I think, but what's interesting is how everything ties together. Like, not everything is one color. Like the walls, not everything is white, not everything is black. Like, he's got contrast. This is very tasteful. I probably would prefer carpet on my feet, like while I'm gaming or getting comfortable, but this is classy. This was classy.
For her. She loves being warm.
Grillo said this is number one.
Michigan gets a little cold. So as you can see, there's a fireplace.
Just said staying concrete. I have it in my home, very warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Oh, okay.
Screen is linked up with my PC,
okay. So it's not epoxy, because it looked like epoxy, but that's actual like staying concrete. Very warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Okay.
Off of the OBS.
I can see how that would work.
It's pretty cool. So anyway, we want to make sure we have a good spot for, you know, not only her, like just anybody who's chilling in the game room. A lot of times my little brother comes over, he likes to watch and hang out with me. that's good for him. He'll be able to hang out here a little bit as long as he don't eat up all my food. So that's this area, man. We got a little feng shui going. We got some stars on the ceiling.
The stars on the ceiling are underrated.
Being really comfortable and warm.
The stars on the ceiling
I
are.
like it a lot.
The main feature of the lounge here is the Galaxy ceiling.
Yeah.
The Galaxy ceiling is actually 1,400 individual strands of fiber optic wire coming from 3 different drivers. It was quite the process. It started out with an actual stock photo of a Galaxy.
Yeah, that's number one.
Actually had to sit and individually click on all 1,400
Yeah, that's number one.
to produce this.
He beats out Tech Tesseract by just being unique.
And it's leading to lost
Yeah, that's number one.
But for the first
No question
Big shout out
about
to
it.
the team, man. You already know we got the face beanbag. That was Lee and everybody else. They hooked me up with this one, man. It's kind of funny because we have a love sack, man. We have some.
Hey, man, I know we're going to get there, but look at this freaking monitor hanging from the ceiling, bro. That, man, listen, bro. Bro, that is beautiful.
Much smaller one. And Emu's always complaining about how it's not big enough, so we got the big Bertha, and we wrapped it in phase.
Okay,
It goes right
just
in.
said he got another one for us after this. This is,
They
he got
made
another
it
one
in,
that's better.
They made it in outer space.
Just said, not
They made this
mine, but
fridge in
someone
outer
else. Okay,
space,
okay.
at a space station, and they sent it down here. The aliens worked on this one.
The fridge was something that I didn't know existed, but I wanted to find something that was just ties the room together. That was something technical, something cool, something different. Usually you see these at like stores and movie theater, but we couldn't find it. And then I finally found it. Gary and I
They're
sat
being
here
funny?
for hours and hours and hours on day with him and Flake trying to figure out how to get this thing to work. And we finally got it to work, and it looks great.
It's just a
Big
fridge.
shout out to Respawn, man. We got a pyramid of it right here. Listen, every day on stream, without doubt. I fill up my
switches. This whole damn thing is a game section. Or the gaming section. This whole damn thing is a game section.
Okay, so this is individual stations he's got in the streaming area. Grillo said, "What you saw that right? What I miss? What I miss? What I miss? What did I miss? The refrigerator has a what? The refrigerator has a something.
Got going on over here with the fridge. Appreciate you guys, man, for real.
Wait, I missed it. The refrigerator has a what? Silk monitor, so it shows the logo of the refrigerator. Oh.
Appreciate you guys, man, for real.
Whoa.
I sat here for hours and hours and hours on day with him and Flake trying to figure out how to get this thing to work. And we finally got it to work, and it looks great.
I did not see that. Yo! I did not see that. That bitch moves. It moves. You can like...
And then I finally found it.
I was wondering what was the hype about the freaking fridge? Oh no, that's...
Gary and I sat here for hours.
I'm surprised that's all they did.
On day with him and Flake trying
Yo, you put a whole anime on there. You put like an anime, like you watch the anime on the freaking screen right there.
to figure out how to get this thing to work. And we finally got it to work, and it looks great.
That's a flex.
Big shout out to Respawn, man. We got a pyramid of it right here. Listen, every day.
The gaming room. Or the gaming...
Look at like the waterfall next to you. Like, you got the fireplace when you walk in. You go to the gaming area, there's a waterfall.
Section. This whole damn thing is a game section, okay? We have 4 240 hertz Alienware monitors. Each station has a G Pro
More Alienware.
keyboard
These
with
guys love
interchangeable
Alienware.
switches. We have G Pro wireless mice on G640 mouse pads.
Maybe I'm wrong on
We have
Alienware. man.
Logitech C922 webcams at each station. Underneath, we have Astro Mix amps that are connected to PlayStations and Xboxes on the other side of that wall.
It kind of makes me actually kind of fishy. Like it smells fishy to me that all these guys are promoting Alienware monitors and Alienware stuff. Nobody has Samsung, like nobody. I find it fishy. There's some money being given out.
So So from each station, you'll be able to play PC, Xbox.
It's the aliens, Grillo said.
Whatever controller you want. They're all programmed. Everything's ready to go. So each station has 9700K processors, 2080 Ti's. Thanks to NVIDIA for sending us those, and thank you NZXT for the computers as well.
It's an older video. That's okay.
So each of our game stations are ready to stream.
Over here we got our Astro headsets. Believe it or not, man, I tell you guys on stream all the time, but I've been rocking incredible partners. Up on top, we got our official SCUF controller.
You got your own controller. These guys are big time, man.
Version of the SCUF Infinity.
Room off, but also so you guys can see more, because for years you've only seen him and his big forehead. So we wanted to put cameras in each.
See, this is interesting to me. The viewpoints in the room, like, they're not all the same. I think they all serve a purpose. Like, obviously this is what he sees on his way out of the room. So this is the first thing you see and the last thing you see. It's cozy. You know what I mean? Like, I think the visual representation when you leave this place or when you come in, you can feel like you're walking into a homey environment. And when you're leaving, you're walking out, you're not walking out of a studio, you know, you're not walking out of somewhere you felt uncomfortable. That, I think the visual representation can mean a lot.
Corner of the room. So this camera hits everything. It hits the waterfall, it hits the stations, so you can see anyone that's playing over here, anything at all. You can see Kai hitting the water fountain waterfall when she gets here if she wants to. So everything in this area will be able to be hit from that. This camera here hits this entire area. The first one as soon as you come in, but it hits everything in this area.
So the middle section of the room is Nick's desk.
Wow.
This is where he's going to spend the majority of his time. So it was really important that we put a lot of time and energy into getting the details right, as well as making it comfortable and just a room that can adapt with him. You know, one of the main things was the desk. We needed space. We needed him to feel secure and tight and be kind of backed into a corner while still being able to view.
Look at the PCs, the PC locations. They're on each side of him. One,
the room, and
two. There's two here on the wall. I'm assuming the wiring is fed to the wall, blah, 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 underneath the floor to the monitors that are here. You can't see any wires because they're all like buried.
And probably my favorite part of the whole room.
But he's got another one here. So he's got, there are 3 PCs in his immediate vicinity of where he's streaming from.
Is not just Nick's area, but some of the details that go into it. This ceiling detail was something that was inspired by Yuli. Early on in the consulting, he showed us these hexagon tiles that he saw somewhere he thought would be cool.
So
okay, I was wrong.
Panels,
this is crazy.
Yes, there's soundproofing. There is already soundproofing on the wall, so it dampens the sound even more.
It was just, this guy gave a representation of this. He just showed the wrong shots. He showed it like under construction.
And we wanted something completely different. A lot of sound panels now are just squares. Some are diamonds. We actually researched and developed these panels. So no one else has these panels, and you can't buy them anywhere else. So that's really cool that we wanted to add a little depth, and this is definitely something unique to
Very
an already unique room.
As you can see, we did a
desk and a bucket and some monitors and something. We were setting it all up. This is exactly how we set it up. And this is tit for tat how I had it and how I wanted it. I got my 3 that go across, and I got my 1 up top. PC's behind me. Shout out to NZXT, the best partner in the game, man.
There's 2 PCs here on this left. He's got 4 PCs in his immediate.
Hooked me up with all these crazy PCs to put in this room.
These computers all have RTX 2080 Ti's. It's the only graphics cards we've been using. We've been using them for a long, long time. We get 1,000 FPS. A lot of you guys ask in the YouTube comments always, how do we get 1,000 FPS into Fortnite for creative, and how we keep our FPS high throughout end games and all that other stuff in Fortnite. These cases are H510 Elites. They're custom H510 Elites with the Spartan helmet on the side, RGB underglow, RGB everywhere, NZXT fans, Kraken cooler,
wow.
32 gigs of T-Force RAM. Each
2080 isn't great nowadays, but
the reason why we need such a high count processor, because this computer is not only going to stream, it's also going to do the DMX lighting in here. It's
okay. All right. No, that's That was number 1 today. That blew me away. That was really crazy. Really quick. Let's see what the rest is on his list.
Kinds of projects about making his custom lighting. And
so we watched that one already.
One of the best RGB lighting setups he possibly could. But the setup features a bunch of DIY lighting and custom insane gaming setup. Now, this one has some of the best transformation from zero to hero in this. I still think he did one of the best, most insane videos on the internet.
Not respectfully, not higher rated than Tesseract, or the guy we just watched. Or the other one.
I still think this is one of the best setups I've seen. Number 3, an OG in our space, TechSource made this gaming setup with his wife, and he has 2 gaming setups in this one room, and every single last.
Yes, this guy I've seen on TikTok. Crazy setup.
PC being on the wall, cables being ran through the wall, and also baking a fully floating desk. This is a very unique setup. Moving on to number 2, Banksy's insane spaceship setup. Now,
okay, just said next check Abelfla.
It's a full one-on-one replicated spaceship with a
Wait a minute. Did he just walk?
And it's a full
That's not a house he just walked into. That's a
spaceship setup. Now, this setup, they say, costed him $150,000 fully floating desk. This is a very unique setup. Moving on to number 2, Banksy's insane.
First of all, these guys walking into these rooms with the sliding doors.
Insane spaceship setup. Now, this setup, they say, costed him.
So you walk in, you've got a chair there with a desk, side area. Abelfla is better. It's a mini compared to Abelfla. Okay, we're going Abelfla. Let's see who number 2 and number 1 is. This is crazy.
Spaceship with a bunch of
this
different
is wild.
Electric doors, just like a spaceship would be. Moving on to the last setup of this video, the number 1 setup of all time is Montana Black. He has one of these most insane basement setups I've ever seen, but for a German YouTuber, this is probably one of the most insane setups of all time. From insane cameras to insane walls to a crazy gaming setup, and on top of all of that, custom shelving with different lighting behind it, and able to have some cool different artifacts and different things he has for his setup. It's still insane. Hope you guys enjoyed my top 10.
Shout out to Guts, man. Shout out to Guts. Okay, Abelfla. We're going to check out Abelfla. Shout out to Guts, man. Great list of content creators and setups he's got there. My critique is null. It means nothing, but I would just move him around a little bit. But I love the content, man. Abelfla. Did I spell that right? Oh, you shitting me. Is this it? I just want to make sure I click on the right video. No. Well, this guy's got a 19-year-old. Yes, but he has his own video. Where is his own video? So featuring I spelled it. Oh, did I spell it wrong? No, I didn't. Abelfla. Let's see. I don't see it. Put the world's best setup after. Okay, here we go. No, wait. Is it? Yeah, Abelfla. Here we go.
They're coming straight in. Trust me. I've got. Huh?
Here we go. Okay. Nah, bro. Now he got a fingerprint scanner. We hit the next level. First of all, there's an animation with the lights after you hit the fingerprint scanner. One more time. Look at that. There's an animation. Is this guy a billionaire? If he's a billionaire, I'm gonna be sick. Just said, I'm telling you.
اوكي يا جماعه طبعا الشباب حاليا برا ما شافوا الفيلا والتصميم اللي صار فيها والتغيير.
Alright, he's at his villa.
والله ما يدرون هذه اول مره فخلنا نشوف الرياكشن حقكم واعطوني رايكم عن البيت. هذا بيتكم كلكم اي واحد يجي دبي حيقعد ببيته. هذا بيتكم.
Oh, he's in Dubai.
تزعجوني بالليل يعني عرفت كيف؟ حياكم حياكم. بياربك ويلكم ببيت من الزلم بس خلاص تعالوا اطلعوا السياره. يا هلا والله بالزلم هلا. جايين
They're so enthusiastic. So yes, millionaire. Yeah, millionaire. For sure. Come on, Applefly. Come on, show me.
دقيقه بعطيكم المفتاح يا شباب. يلا بسرعه.
I spit at you bastards. I wonder what you gonna do to me, oh. I need to hear some more rapping. I'm just out of breath with your cash and your jewelry, oh. Are you my
He likes Tech 9. He's already a winner. He's already a winner. He likes Tech 9. He's a winner.
اقسم بالله ولك بديت الجار. الحين حاس حالي من الطبق المخملي.
Me and the it clown are friends. Red balloons for your kids. Stick my tooth in your bitch. I lost too many.
هاي غرفتي هذه. لا يا اخي شباب واللي بالك يا زلمه. شيل حبيبي يلعن خيرك. تعال يا زلمه. بس ما في مكتوب. عصام تعال
Come on, guys. Show me the room, bro. The house is crazy.
ترى هذا المكان يعني هذا مكان القعده والقراءه والكتب والتثقف يعني. ان شاء الله.
I don't want to skip too far and spoil it. Oh shit.
What the fuck happened to Jay Electronica? I wonder if it's the water tonight. Whatever happened to Elsa?
Okay, here we go. Oh! Yo, this is number... Yo, this can't even... Number 1 don't do this justice, bro. Yo! Yo! Mojo, what's happening, man? Real quick, everybody, welcome Mojo to the chat, man. Welcome. They're not doors, right? Nah, bruh. Nah. Mojo said, I don't know this man. Okay, really quick, I just want to say, so there's a few firsts that we have not seen today in all the setups we've been looking at. He's got lighting in the floor. Boy, he has a fingerprint scanner to get into the room. There are animations. Bro, he has screens in the wall. There are full screen TV. I don't know what it is. Those are screens. Those are custom screens. His desk is custom. First custom desk. No, second. Sorry, we saw Tech Tesseract at a custom desk. I'm sure we're not done. That's a PC? Chat, that's not a PC, chat. Mojo said, just kidding, I do know him. Chat. This is a PC. Graphics card 3090, 64 gigs of RAM, i9 processor. It's a PC. Bro, there's two of them. Prism case. I was so close to getting this. What dust is so bad on those. I agree. It's got to be something. Oh yeah, because it's all enclosed. That makes sense. Grillo said one of the craziest case setups that he has.
هذا استقاء قادمون وسوف ندمر الدنيا 25 لل 50 خلاص اطلعوا برا نطلع خلاص وقتكم ننقلع خرع عليك على ستارك
I'm trying to see the Is that a screen up there? Or is it just words? That's a screen. The edit, this is the editing area. That has a massive screen up top. Them not lights on the desk. Oh, he got it. He got stars in the ceiling. This is the editing area. Yeah, I see.
الشكر لله ثم لكم ثم لبنباز الأسطورة يا جماعة اللي سووا كل هالسيت اب هذا ب3 شهور منهم.
Look at all his awards, man.
Sorry to ruin your groove. Isn't that the worst? What if I told you that there was a way for you to skip ads like this forever?
Shut up. Respectfully. Whoops.
حلف الان يا جماعه هو ما يحب يطلع قدام الكاميرا بس انا شنو بس انا مسوي له مفاجاه يا جماعه خير المتعه الله والله هذه حركه جميله صراحه 3 شهور في اقل مستخدم
That's a crazy backdrop.
المعلومات جايبه من كيسي طبعا ولكن الان
Okay, he got it. If I'm not mistaken, the handprint scanner on the wall lets them into the editing room. Oh, I saw that. I saw the hand scanner. I didn't think it was functional. All right. Okay. Well, he's supervillain status. I ain't gonna lie. He got it. Grillo said, I think they're light panels.
اوكي نرجع طبيعي خلاص بدون مزح استمر السلام عليكم ورحمه الله.
Man, this guy got it, bro. I'm not even gonna. I want to see it one more time. I hope he does the last little view thing.
مليون انظر معي عزيزي المشاهد لماذا سمي بهذا السيت
Yeah, no, he got it.
اول شيء لازم البس قناعي.
No, he got it. No, he got it, man. He got it. GG. I got no words, man. That's number one. That's number one today. I should have kept the ranking. If I was smart, I would have kept the ranking, but I didn't do that. Man, yo, that was probably that. I gotta rewrap my brain around what we just watched. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Okay, so we going number one, right? Who's number two? Who's number 2? Was it what was his name? What was his name, Chad?
What's up, guys?
It was Nick Marks. Nick Marks. I'm comfortable putting Nick Marks second, right? And then Tech Tesseract after. Yeah, Nick for sure. Yeah, yep. Chad says Nick. Yeah, no, he earned a follower out of me for sure. I hope he's cool people. That setup was beautiful, man. Totally different vibe, and I think that's what's cool about all of these is that, really quick for the people that didn't see Tech Tesseract, let me just show you a clip here.
10. Tech Tesseract has one of
This was Tech Tesseract.
the most insane setups, I feel like, especially in the office area. They put shelves in between all the 3D art panels and have literally spaces for everything, and it's super organized and clean. Like,
Wow.
just look at all the different areas
No,
to
very
store
nice.
stuff, from camera equipment to
A smaller
PC gaming
room.
to keyboards, mice, all that stuff. They have it all laid out. So that brings me to number 9, which is
Which I think is interesting because for them to even be ranked so high, I think is a big testament to what they did because Just said, all right, homie, I'm out of here, man. Hope you have a great stream. Appreciate you, Just. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for joining, man. I appreciate you, man. You have a good night, man. Grillo said third Tech. Okay. Yep. Tech Tesseract has a smaller room. That room's kind of small, like compared to what we've seen. But that room is just put together well. It's organized very well. It works. It's functional, but it is unique. I mean, they had a custom desk, all that stuff. All those things count. They had quality equipment. You know, they get major points for that. It's wow. Wow. GG. Shit. Wow, that was something. What time is it? Should we play some Assassin's Creed? It's kind of late. How long have we been streaming? Hour 40? What you guys think? Wow. So we have we reorganized the ranking, but I think all in all this guy had the right idea. Nah, never mind. He put Tech Tesseract at number 10. I don't know about that one. I don't know. I think he was tripping. His setup's in there. I think his setup is number 5. It's top 5 for sure. Grillo had all them damn PC equipment. Yeah. No, Tech Tesseract they had the whip, equipment wise. Grillo said I gotta hit hay soon. I probably should hit the hay too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I gotta work tomorrow. But love you, my boy. Appreciate you, man. No, that's I gotta wrap my whole brain around number 1 though. The number 1 was crazy. That was next level. Cost for that room was astronomical, guaranteed. I think this guy mentioned something about 150 grand for that other guy with the walk-in pilot room. Number 1's room was easily the cost of a house. 250, 300, 400. Wow, respect to them, man. Respect. I appreciate everybody watching, man. This is Big Dog Gamer. The Eyes of One on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, everything, man. Appreciate everybody, bro. Stay dangerous. My Twitch page has an about page on it with some info about me and a suggestion box. Leave me a suggestion. Let me know what you think of the content. Let me know what you think of what we're doing. Games you want me to play. Hell, setups you want me to review. Anything you want to see on the stream, man. Would appreciate comment, like, all of the above, bro. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy your week. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.